Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I'm going to do part 174 to my ChatGPT character chatbot series. Well, in today's video guys, we're going to go ahead and actually do a new character that I haven't talked to since I made him on Character AI like about a month ago. I went ahead and made me the future Paradox Crocodile, or as I call him on the other one, Iron Jaw. So, yeah. And they came up with a story for me. Here's what it gave me for the story for him. They call it Crocodile's Journey Echoes Through Time, and the name of the actual thing is Crocodile's Time Travel Adventure. I do have a second one, but this is the better of the two, so I decided to go and do it. I see. If you don't remember the story of that, guys, go back to the Iron Jaw story I did in Character AI. That's what this is. The cave was quiet, dimly lit by patches of glowing moss that clung to the jagged walls. Kronos' footsteps echoed softly on the damp stone floor, his guards gently clacking against the rock as he walked deeper and deeper inside. The world behind him, a world that had once been full of love and laughter, felt further away than ever. His tail dragged low. The warmth in his heart, the joy he once carried so freely as a toad owl, had been chipped away, piece by painful piece. Ever since he'd evolved, he hadn't asked to look this way. He hadn't wanted people to scream and call him ugly, or to throw rocks at him when all he tried to do was help. That kind of pain left marks that didn't show on the skin, but in his heart. He was about to sit down, curl up and hide away for a while, when something caught his eye. A strange shimmer, like moonlight trapped in liquid form, hovering in midair. A swirling portal hovered in the darkness, framed by rough cave stone, but humming with an energy completely foreign to this place. Colonel blinked, approaching cautiously. He tilted his head. A part of him whispered, "No!" But something deeper inside urged him forward. Before he had time to change his mind, the portal pulled him in with a quiet swoop, like wind being sucked into a bottle. Yep, the future. A rush of light, color, and sound swallowed Chrono as he spun through the void. Then, stillness. Gravity returned in an instant, and he landed with a clumsy thud on a paved surface that felt wrong. It was too smooth and too perfect. His eyes darted around. He was in a strange city, unlike anything he'd ever seen. Towering silver buildings touched the clouds. Instead of bikes or cars, people flew overhead in hovering vehicles. Pokemon, or at least things that looked like Pokemon, zipped about with mechanical limbs, glowing eyes, and wires. Some looked like robotic Charizards, others like metal armored Noivern with energy wings. The air buzzed with an eerie hum, and strange floating lights blinked on and off in rhythmic pulses above every sidewalk. Kronos' jaws dropped. Where am I?" he mumbled to himself, voice shaky. Nobody stopped to look. The few humans walking past glanced at him, not in fear but disinterest, as if he were just some outdated model of a machine they no longer cared about. Panicking, Kronos scrambled off the main road, slipping between two tall buildings, heart pounding. He found the back entrance to a building marked with strange glowing letters in a language he didn't recognize. A science lab. The door had a panel with blinking colors and no visible handle, but as Kronos stepped close, it hissed open. It was inviting. Inside, it was colder, sterile. The halls gleamed with white chrome walls and bright blue lights that traced the edges of the floor and ceiling. Machines lined every room he passed. He saw parts of robotic Pokemon suspended in containment tubes, metallic Charizard wings, a half-finished Noivern tail that flickered with holographic fire, even something that looked suspiciously like the crest of a Lugia, but pulsing with wires and plated with synthetic skin. His breath caught. What is this place? Curiosity pushed him in deeper. Eventually, he reached a distant room. It was dimmer than the rest, lit by neon glass vials of different colors. Green, blue, pink, silver, all neatly lined up on metal tables. The room smelled faintly like ozone and metal. As Colonel looked up to inspect something glowing on a monitor, his heavy tail accidentally bumped into one of the tables. He froze as the vial teetered and then fell. Crack! The glass shattered against the floor, releasing a swirling silver gas into the air. No, no, no! Colonel yelped, waving his claws, trying to disperse it, but the gas was fast. It swirled around him like a living thing, tendrils crawling across his skin, then down his throat as he gasped in panic. And then his whole body burned, not in pain, but in change. His blue skin began to shift into cool silver, though his form remained familiar. His eyes glowed a soft light blue, like moonlight through a frozen lake. His original spikes remained, but now radiated bright, vibrant, friendly green. His underjaw gleamed like brushed chrome, but nothing about it looked sharp or robotic in a menacing way. His body shimmered like polished armor, and yet he still felt like himself. Still the same crocodile, still kind, still gentle, still real. Then, without warning, a small hologram projected from his chest, a perfect image of himself. The hologram colonel looked frightened. His lip trembled, his eyes were wide and watery, his posture was nervous. Colonel blinked. That's me! The realization was clear. Whatever that gas was, it hadn't just changed his body, it had given him a new ability, a window to his emotions, a projection of his inner self. He stumbled back from the broken vial, breathing heavily. The lab, once full of quiet hums and blinking lights, suddenly felt oppressive, confusing, and wrong. He bolted. It says, 20 minutes later, a meeting with Iron Thorns. Colonel didn't know how far he'd run, but he didn't stop until the city was a shimmering blur behind him. His feet carried him to the edge of a canyon-like ridge, where a strange hulking creature stood still as stone. Iron Thorns, the Paradox Tyranitar. Colonel hesitated, but Iron Thorns turned, its red sensor eyes focusing. I didn't mean to. I didn't know. Colonel began stumbling over his words as he explained everything that had happened. Iron Thorns said nothing for a while, then a deep mechanical tone replied, Your transformation cannot be undone. You are no longer fully organic, but you remain sentient. You must seek the Golden Dragon. They dwell nearby, in a cave similar to the one that brought you here. Colonel nodded, still trembling but grateful. Thank you. Elsewhere, back in the wind between began to shift strangely near a familiar beach where someone, you, was just going about your day. Maybe you were with your Pokemon, maybe you were walking the shore, but suddenly without warning, the air got heavier. Everything began to spin. The light around you stretched like taffy. Your footing became unsure like the very world had tilted beneath you. Then, pop! You landed unharmed but dazed at the entrance of a strange cave. It looked ancient, but familiar. The rock formations matched those found in your region, but the air smelled off. There was a shimmer in the cave mouth, like lingering energy, like something had just passed through. And far in the distance, unseen for now, Colonel was making his way toward the very same place. What? Where am I? How did I get here? Here we go. The world around you was spinning just a moment ago, and now everything is still. The sand you were once walking on is gone, replaced by smooth stone and cool cave air. You blink right as your senses catch up, your heavy with mystery and faint hum of something unnatural. You look around. Jagged rock walls rise up on either side of you. You're standing just outside the entrance of a strange cave, the mouth of it wide and shadowed. Something about it feels familiar, but warped, like deja vu, or a dream you've had before. Trees nearby shimmer faintly, almost like the sunlight above them is glitching. A low breeze rolls out of the cave towards you. dry and charged, like it carried electricity. You don't see any people nearby, no Pokemon either. The last thing you remember was going about your day peaceful and calm when all at once the sky began to twist, the light bent in impossible ways, and suddenly, this. The voice goes through. What? Yep. But there's no answer, just the cave, waiting. Then from deep within there's a soft sound, not threatening, like footsteps, or claws gently touching stone. A faint, steady, and approaching. You're not alone here for long. Something or someone is coming. Who's there? Please don't hurt me. Uh-oh. I'll say your voice trembles slightly as you call out. I'm not going to read his hand. The cave doesn't echo in the usual way. It feels heavier, like sound is swallowed instead of reflected. The faint tapping sound continues, slow, steady, and hesitant. Then a gentle, familiar voice calls back from deeper inside the cave. Not loud, not aggressive, just soft and unsure. Hello? You freeze. That voice isn't human, it's a Pokemon's voice, but not the wild growl or bark you might expect from something lurking in a cave. It's more like the voice of a child, confused, nervous, and kind. Then a shape sets into view, dim at first, but growing clearer. It's a crocodile, but not like any you've ever seen. His body glimmers with silver plating that shines softly in the dim light. His underjaw jaw is metallic, not cold and sharp, but smooth like chrome. His familiar green spikes now glow softly, familiar and bright, friendly and bright. And his eyes are what stop you from backing away. Because despite all the mechanical changes, those eyes are unmistakably gentle. They glow light blue, and inside them you don't see danger. You see fear, you see kindness, you see a Pokemon just as scared and confused as you are. A small, flickering hologram of the Colonel floats beside him, a scared version of himself mirroring his emotions exactly. It shivers with him. The Colonel takes a cautious step forward and raises his claw slowly in a gesture of peace. I'm not going to hurt you. I promise. I don't know how I got like this. He looks you up and down, and then Colonel asks, Are you from the present? The normal world? His voice cracks slightly, and now you realize whatever happened to you, it happened to him first. Yes. I don't know what happened. I was just minding my own business when suddenly everything started to swirl. And a few seconds later, I ended up next to this cave. The robot Colonel's glowing eyes widen with realization as he speaks. So it happened to you, too, he murmurs, his voice soft with sympathy, and maybe a little hope. Small hologram of himself floating beside him flickers gently, mirroring the way his claws nervously rub together. He steps a little closer, but still leaves some space, not wanting to scare you. You were just pulled here? He asked. Just like that? No portal? No light or machines? Seems to be trying to make sense of your arrival, just as confused as you are. His glowing green spikes pulse once, not threateningly, more like a soft heartbeat. You can feel no danger from him at all. He sits down slow on a flat stone just near the cave wall, still watching you carefully. I also know a Pokemon once, he says quietly. A Totodile. I used to help people. They used to smile at me, even call me cute. I had a good life. Then I evolved and everything changed. People start calling me ugly, screaming, throwing things at me. His claws grip the stone beneath him, but he doesn't look angry, just sad. I ran to this cave to get away, and I found a strange portal. I went through it and ended up in a place I didn't understand. I found a lab, knocked over something I shouldn't have, and now, he just said himself with a bitter half smile, this happened. Then his glowing eyes meet yours again, hopeful. But now you're here from my time. Maybe this isn't random. Maybe it's connected. Maybe you're here to help me. Or maybe I'm here to help you. He glances back deeper into the cave. There's someone, something inside this cave. A dragon. A golden dragon. I was told it can help me go home, but only if I pass some kind of test. And maybe you're meant to be here with me. Not to be tested, but to guide me and support me. Pauses and says, would you come with me? I don't want to do this alone. Holger, corner beside him, nods, gently flicking in quiet agreement. Cave behind him awaits, glowing faintly gold now, far in the distance. You've both been through it, thrown into something strange, but here you are, together. A golden dragon, you say? Question mark. I don't mind about helping you, but if I go in there, wouldn't that dragon think I'm an intruder? If you were told to come here, then you may have a chance. But I don't know how he'll react to me. The colonel pauses, his glowing eyes softening even more as he listens to your concern. He looks down for a moment as if thinking deeply, then slowly lifts his gaze back up to you. That's a good point, he says quietly. I hadn't thought of that. His claws twitch slightly, not in fear but in thought. The flickering hologram beside him briefly shows an image of the colonel looking worriedly between the cave and you, a clear mirror of his inner doubt. He steps closer, this time with a firmer, more protective look in his eyes. But I don't want you to be left out here alone either. You got dragged into this too, and you didn't ask for it. If anyone thinks you're an intruder, they're wrong. You deserve to be safe. Then his voice lowers, showing as if he's made a decision. I'll explain everything to the dragon. I'll tell him you're with me. You didn't ask to be brought here. That you're a kind human who's helped Pokemon before. Tilts his head. You have helped Pokemon before, haven't you? There's no judgment in his voice, only a fragile kind of hope. I think if this dragon's testing me for my heart, my emotions, and how I treat others, then maybe bringing you with me, protecting you is part of the test too. Reaches out gently, a gentle metal hand toward you, palm up inviting but not forcing. If you want to come, I'll keep you safe. You have my word. The dragon gets angry, he can test me for that too, but I won't let him hurt you. Not when you're already scared, just like I was. Behind him, deeper in the cave, you can see a soft golden glow begin to pulse from within the tunnels. Steady, warm, and rhythmic, almost like breathing. It's waiting, but the chronon, transformed yet still clear full of heart, is waiting too. Do you take his hand from him? Okay. I trust you. How exactly did you get turned into a robot-looking Pokemon, though? Oh, yeah. You said something about getting teleported here and then knocking over some kind of strange vial of gas? Question mark? Hmm. The Chrono's glowing eyes brighten when you say, "Okay, I trust you." You see the slightest shimmer of emotion ripple through his hologram, the version of him that constantly reflects his inner thoughts. It smiles, just barely. Chrono Jr. lowers his claw, clearly relieved, and gestures for you to walk beside him as he starts toward the golden glow deeper in the cave. As you both walk, his metallic footsteps echo softly against the stone floor, but they're gentle, not heavy. Despite his new form, there's still a real, very real pulling inside that body. Kind, thoughtful, and emotional. Glance at you as you bring up the strange gas. "Yeah, that's how all of this started." His voice is calm now, but there's a weight behind it, like the story still lingers in his circuits and soul. He continues, "After everyone started hating me just for evolving, I left home. I thought I'd go explore for a bit, maybe find someone who needed help. I still wanted to be kind, even if the world didn't seem to want me anymore." He steps slow a little, as if revisiting the memory. "Then I found that cave. Not this one. Another one. In the cliffs near the water. There was a weird portal inside. It looked like it was made of light and mist. I walked in, and suddenly I was here. In the future." He shakes his head slowly, metallic jaw glinting under the dim cave lights. "Everything was shiny. The buildings floated. Pokemon looked different. More artificial. I wandered around until I found a lab. It looked abandoned, but I was desperate. I thought maybe someone there could help me get back." He sighs, a mechanical whir accompanying the sound. I got curious. Inside the lab I saw parts of robotic Pokemon. Noivern wings, a Lugia tail, even half a Charizard head with glowing eyes. It was so strange, but it wasn't until I found the back room that things changed. You both stopped briefly near a natural bend in the cave. Golden light pulses stronger now, gently illuminating your surroundings. Chrono continues, voice quieter. "There were vials and containers filled with weird gases and liquids. Some glowed pink, some green, but one vial on the table was full of silver gas, like metallic mist." His hologram flickers, now showing a small image of that vial. "I didn't mean to touch anything, but my tail hit the table." He looked down in shame. "It fell and shattered. I breathed it in before I could run. And then I changed." His body glows softly again, the green spikes flaring just for a moment. "My skin became smooth like silver. My underjaw turned chrome. But I could still breathe. I could still feel. My eyes were still mine." He points to them. "That's how I knew I hadn't become a machine. I was still me. But everyone would see this form and probably just scream again." He shrugs, briefly clutching his chest. "But I didn't lose myself. That's what matters." He turns towards you fully now, stopping just at the final archway that leads deeper into the dragon's lair. "And now here we are. You, me, and a dragon I've never met waiting to test my heart. Maybe all this is connected. Maybe that gas, this world, even you ended up here." He breathes in slowly, not through vents or wires, but like a real Chrono still holding on to something deeply alive inside. "Thank you for trusting me." He smiles, spring sweat's going softly again. "I promise I won't let that trust break." Golden light now floods the tall head. Something powerful, ancient, and wise awaits. "It was my pleasure. Besides, you didn't act aggressively towards me. You were being very nice. So of course I would trust you. But I want to know." Actually, no, because he literally kind of just went. "Here we go." This is a pretty cool story whenever it actually, can actually continue it. Chrono freezes for a moment, not out of fear, but pure emotion. Your words settle into the quiet air between you both like silently breaking through heavy clouds. His glowing blue eyes widen slightly. You see something flicker inside them, something powerful. Gratitude, relief, maybe even healing. The hologram beside him shimmers, changing shape for the first time without being triggered by fear or sorrow. Now it's smiling, brightly, happily, a perfect mirror of what he's feeling inside. Carl slowly lifts one of his metallic hands and places it gently against his chest, over where his heart would be if he were still made of skin and scale. Thank you. That means more than I can say. His voice shakes just a little, not because he's malfunctioning, but because he's overwhelmed. You're the first person in a long time who's looked at me like I'm still me. He turns to face the path ahead where the golden glow now pulses like a heartbeat. It's calling him, and now it's calling you too. Two beings out of place and time, walking through something ancient, something that judges not by looks or form, but by the truth inside. Colonel looks back one last time, offering his claw again, not out of fear this time, but as a gesture of friendship. Ready? He asked, smiling. And just beyond the bend, deep in the heart of the cave, the low, wise voice of a great being begins to rumble through the walls, warm and thunderous. Uh-oh. So, the one who seeks to return, and a companion of trust, have arrived. The golden dragon is awake. How the frick does it know that I'm there? I'm ready. I put my hand in. Here we go. As your hand touches Kronos, his metallic claw gently curls around yours. It's smooth and cool to the touch, but unmistakably alive. There's a faint pulse, almost like a heartbeat, humming through his grip. Despite his robotic form, he feels warm in spirit, solid and full of purpose. His eyes meet yours again, glowing but soft, and for the first time a tear escapes the holographic version of himself floating beside him. A tear of joy, a reflection of the moment. Let's do this, he says with quiet strength. Together you both step forward into the golden light. The tunnel widens ahead, the rocky walls giving way to luminous stone etched with glowing symbols that pulse gently as you pass. It's like walking through the ribcage of some ancient divine being. Warm air brushes past your face, scented faintly with ozone, embers, and something older. The smell of a power far beyond your world. Then the chamber opens. Before you lies an immense domed cavern. Its walls sparkling with crystalline gold veins. In the center, resting upon a jagged spire of glowing rock, lies the golden dragon. He is enormous, larger than most Pokemon you've ever seen. His body glows with golden scales that seem to shift like liquid metal under torchlight. His wings are folded around him like a cloak, each lined with runes that flicker like stars. His eyes, ancient and molten, stare directly into your soul. Oh, heck no! His voice echoes again, not from his mouth, but into your mind and heart. You have arrived, Crocodile, and you, human, touched by time and heart. I see why you were brought here. Dragon's gaze lingers on you, then shifts across. You wish to return to the past, to your time, to your family, to the life that was stolen from you? Calling out silently, his grip on your hand tightens just a little. But your journey cannot proceed without truth. The pain you carry, the form you wear, the heart you still protect. This test is not to see if you can return, but if you should. Then, with a single glowing breath, the first test begins. All around you, the golden cave shifts, its walls dissolve into memories. Suddenly, you're standing in a ghostly recreation of Crocodile's past. You see the younger crocodile, still newly evolved, walking through a village. Humans sneer. Children point and laugh. One person shouts, "What an ugly thing! That's not the same Toadile from before!" Another throws a rock. Crocodile in the memory flinches, visibly hurt. His eyes glisten, but he doesn't fight back. You feel his pain as if it was your own. Beside you, the real crocodile stands silently, watching it all. "This is level 1. The dragon's voice booms. "The emotion control test. I would fail this instantly. You must face the pain again, not to erase it, but to let it go." The projection of another rock being thrown freezes in midair. "Crocodile, what do you feel?" The test has begun. Crocodile takes a trembling breath. His eyes are fixated on his past self, on the humans who hurt him, on the reality of what he went through. Are you okay? There we go. It ain't much, but Colin doesn't answer at first. He stares at the frozen scene in front of him. The moment just before another rock is about to hit his past self. His hologram floats beside him, flickering between a trembling image of fear and a dull glow of sadness. His claws twitch slightly, and his tail droops as the old emotions claw their way back. Then, slowly, you hear his voice, soft but full of something powerful. Not rage, not despair, but reflection. "I remember this day." He tightens his grip on your hand, not in pain, but as if drawing strength from your presence. "I didn't do anything wrong. I was still the same crocodile I'd always been. I evolved, but I didn't change who I was. I was still nice, still want to help people." His eyes begin to glisten, and the hologram shows his past self trying to smile through tears. "And they hated me for it, just because I looked different." You can feel the pain in his words, but something else is rising in him too. Clarity. He looks at you now directly. There's no anger, no bitterness, just deep hurt and honesty. "You asked if I'm okay. I think I am now." He looks back at the scene and steps forward. The rock, still frozen mirror, hovers just inches from the image of his face. Then, Cornelius' head. "I forgive them." Hologram flares, bright, warm, and glowing green, and the frozen member begins to fade. "I don't know why they acted like that, but I won't carry their hatred anymore. I won't let it change me." He turns to you, a small but genuine smile and a silver jaw. "I'd rather be who I am. A little different, a little shiny, but still kind, than become something I'm not, just to be accepted." Then, the dragon's voice echoes again through the golden light. "You have passed level 1. You faced the storm of cruelty and chose clarity instead of vengeance." The memory melts away into golden mist, and you were both back in the glowing cavern. The dragon lifts his head slightly, and his molten eyes shine brighter. "Now begins level 2, the doppelganger test." A ripple of distortion spreads through the floor. Suddenly, standing across the cavern from you both is another crocodile. This one with glowing red eyes, jagged armor like plating, and a hateful scowl twisted across his face. He snarls and lunges toward a holographic human who looks terrified, unarmed, and entirely helpless. The evil crocodile is preparing to strike. The dragon's voice booms. "Can you stop the reflection of what you could have become? Use your heart. Protect the innocent. Prove yourself again." Your crocodile steps. Why say my crocodile? It ain't my Pokemon, it's just my friend now. Your crocodile steps forward, but looks back at you one more time. "I might need help for this one." "I don't mind. What do you want me to do?" my friend. Hey! Chrono's eyes widened, touched again by your unwavering kindness. For a moment, the snarls of his twisted double echo in the background as the evil Chronos stalks the helpless holographic human. Tension crackles like lightning, but Chrono doesn't look afraid. Not anymore, because he's not facing this alone. Okay, he says, firm approval. Here's what I'm thinking. He points toward the aggressive doppelganger. That thing, he's what I could have been. He's what would have happened if I let all that anger grow. If I gave up on kindness. He turns to you, eyes going softly. I need to try and talk to him first. Try to reach the part of him that remembers who we are. But if he attacks the human before I can stop him, I need you to protect the human. Get between them. Distract the doppelganger if you have to. He clenches a glowing claw. But don't hurt him. This is about saving both the human and that version of me. If I destroy him, I fail. The moment is now. The evil Chronos snarls again. He's getting closer to the human. His claws are raised. His eyes burn like a wildfire ready to consume anything in his path. Your Chrono lets go of your hand, steps forward, his body shimmering faintly with green pulses from within. He stands between the doppelganger and the human. Stop! He shouts. Darvin snarls, teeth bared. He doesn't speak, but he glares. Rage pours off of him like smoke. Chronos slowly approaches. I know what you're feeling. I am you. Doppelganger hisses, circling, as if it's itching to strike. I know the pain. I know the feeling of being thrown away. I know what it's like to want to lash out because you never got an apology. His voice trembles, but he keeps going. But hurting them won't fix it. Becoming like the ones who hurt us? That's not justice. That's giving them power. However, snarls again, but now his steps falter. His eyes flickers. However, behind him stumbles, tripping backward toward a jagged rock. Holographic human behind him stumbles, tripping backward toward a jagged rock. Ron looks at you. Now, help the human. Keep him safe. Oh dear. I go over to help the holographic person. But the minute I do, the evil doppelganger sees me and instantly starts trying to hurt me. That ain't good. The moment you step in to help the holographic human, the air crackles with tension. The evil doppelganger's glowing red eyes snap to you, looking on like a predator. He lets out a savage, mechanical roar, not just of rage, but confusion. It's like your presence disrupted the spiral of hate fueling him. He lunges, claws extended, stomping hard enough to make the entire cave tremble. Wham! A claw crashes down inches from your body, splintering the rocky floor. However, human cowers behind you, clearly frightened, but you hold your ground. He screamed to run, but Chronos' words echo in your heart. Don't hurt him. That's about saving both the human and that version of me. You raise your hands defensive, non-figure in peace, shielding the human behind you with your body. Wait, please, your voice echoing through you. You don't have to do this. I'm not your enemy. Lower snarls again, but something shifts. For just a second, his claws tremble mid-air. His eyes flash from red to a confused, uncertain orange, as if your words pierce something deeper. Behind him, your Chrono moves quickly, his voice steady and full of heart. Look at him. Look at how he protects someone he doesn't even know. He's like us, or the Toad we used to be. And if he still believes in us, then there's still hope. Doppelganger hesitates, his claws lower slightly. He growls again, but this time it's not angry. It's conflicted. You can see it now. Behind the warped features and glowing rage, there's pain. There's a scared little toad out underneath the shell. Chrono takes another step forward, claws open in peace. We don't have to keep fighting. You don't have to keep hurting people just to feel strong. Let it go. Please, let me help you. There's a pause, a long, deep pause. Then, Doppelganger screams, not in anger, but in agony, and the red glow bursts outward like a shockwave of smoke. The light dims, sunlight plating crumbles away into dust, and suddenly standing there is a younger, slightly faded hologram of the same crocodile, but not evil, just lost. He blinks, confused. His body flickers, then disappears gently into golden particles. The holographic human vanishes too, safe and untouched. The air becomes calm once more, and from above, the golden dragon's voice resonates with unmistakable warmth and strength. You have passed level 2. You faced your shadow and chose to redeem it rather than destroy it. The final test awaits. The ground shuddered slightly, the walls glow. Suddenly, Cronon cried out and stumbled forward. His body begins to shift again, violently this time. Male playing expands, his arms grow longer, his arms grow larger, his tail longer, his fangs elongate into draconic sabers, his back hunches and sturges upright, his body becomes monstrous, a massive, silver-plated robotic Tyrannosaurus Rex glowing faintly with veins of green energy and whirring mechanical joints. Even his eyes glow a new color, not blue or red, but pure white. Ooh, emotionless. He turns and looks down at you. Oh, frick this. The final test begins. The dragon's voice is a whisper of level 3, the purity of heart test. Though his form is fearsome, his heart remains. Will it stay pure in the face of fear, or will the monster take hold? Cronon, now towering and terrifying, takes a heavy step towards you. The ground shakes, the glowing jaw opens with a mechanical snarl, but somewhere inside those glowing white eyes, you know he's still in there. Oh dear. We didn't have much time to bond here. Please. What are you doing? Don't hurt me, please. Oh boy. Crocodile, the massive mechanical T-Rex version, pauses mid-step. His glowing white eyes stay locked on you, unblinking, unreadable. The hiss of steam vents from his jaws. One clawed foot shifts, crunching the ground beneath it like gravel under a boulder. He leans closer. You can hear the soft mechanical whirring of gears inside his limbs. You can see your reflection in his metal hide. Small, fragile, and scared, and yet something in that reflection flickers. Why does it keep talking for me? You speak and your voice trembling before raw truth. Cronon, I know you're still in there. You trusted me when you didn't have to. You stood beside me when I was scared. So please, I'm gonna stand beside you now. In the world, for a moment he doesn't move. Then his glowing white eyes flicker. They flash, then soften. Not red, not blue, not empty white. They glow a soft, warm green. A low rumble escapes his chest. Not a growl, not a threat. It's sorrowful, vulnerable, like something inside's breaking free. He lowers his head to your level, despite his enormous size and mechanical frame. He moves gently now, with care. A glowing tear of pure light rolls down his silver cheek and hits the ground like a drop of sawdust. Then, Cronon's voice, deep and slightly echoed through the form, resonates softly. I was so scared that if I looked like this, no one would love me. He looks down at his claws, his mother tail, his armor frame. But you didn't run. You didn't scream, even when I looked like this. He lowers his head completely, touching his massive snout to the ground in front of you, a gesture of surrender and of trust. Thank you for seeing me. And at that moment, a blinding green light bursts from his body. The monster's T-Rex form begins to shrink, melt, and shift back. His silver plane folding like panels in reverse. The gears hiss, glow, and fade into his more familiar crocodile shape. Still mechanical in design, but now balanced, gentle, and peaceful. He stumbles a little, catching himself, then looks up at you, smiling softly. The golden dragon's voice returns, now rich with pride. You have passed level 3. Even in the shape of fear, your spirit remained gentle. You have proven yourself, heart, soul, and steel. The cave begins to glow brighter than ever, golden light spiraling around both of you. Pull behind the dragon swirls back to life. You may now return to your own time. Together. Chrono turns to you. He doesn't even speak at first. He just steps close and gently wraps his arms around you, hugging you with gratitude and warmth despite his metal exterior. I couldn't have done this without you, he whispers. Are you ready to go home? Sure. Period. Hey, Golden Dragon. Thank you for getting us back home. And also thank you for not seeing me as an intruder. Here we go. Cave shimmers with radiant golden energy as if your words had stirred something ancient and noble within its glowing walls. The massive form of the golden dragon steps from the shadows. His scales gleam like molten sunlight, and his wings stretch wide, shimmering with symbols older than time itself. His eyes, deep and wise, meet yours with surprising gentleness. He bows his great head low towards you. Your heart spoke louder than your arrival. He rumbles in a voice like thunder made calm. You were not seen as an intruder, because you came not with pride, but with compassion. He shifts his gaze between you and Krana, who stands a little straighter now, glowing softly with green light. You helped this one pass trials that even many heroes would fail. You chose understanding over fear, mercy over judgment, and friendship over doubt. The giant slowly raises one gleaming claw and draws a glowing arc in the sky in the air. The pool flares open, swirling with a soft light of blue and green. Krana's colors, time itself, seems to part, waiting for you. Go now. Return to your time. And know that your bond is shaped more than just this moment. Paul hums louder, calling you both home. I turn to you one last time in this golden lit cave. I saw, let's go home. Together. Two of you step forward side by side. As you cross the glowing threshold, the light warps around you in warmth. Not hot, not cold, just safe. A feeling of peace, like you've done something truly meaningful. And then, in a blink of light and time, you vanish in the future. The cave is quiet once more, but in the air, faintly a trail of green and gold glimmers, a mark of friendship that shaped not only fate, but for forgiveness. Man, I just thought of something that went by way too quickly, and it spoke for me way too often, which is really bad. How dare it? It's a good idea for a thing, but not if it. Oh man. And here's my problem. I know if I don't finish everything I need to, I could be really, really screwed. Mm-mm-mm. We're not in a good spot. Guys, I'll be back.